Knock, knock. Hi, Mrs. Stephanie. How are you? My name is Kendra, and I'm your student nurse for today. And I'm just going to go over a generalized anxiety assessment with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
And it'll just measure your level of anxiety, if you're experiencing any anxiety or not, okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's real quick. It's brief. You can relax. How you feeling now? How about that?
I'm gonna be okay.
You'll be fine. I'm telling you, it'll be over before you know it. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions and, just be honest. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? They range from 4 options over not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day. So for your first question, over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Feeling nervous, anxious, or on the edge? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Not being able to stop or control worrying? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
Not nearly every day. So I've done better. Basically, I'm a nursing student and I'm overwhelmed with work for everything that's due. But I feel like I've got a handle on it now that I've been in it for almost 3 months. So not as severe as, I guess I would say, more than half the days. Yeah.
Okay, well that's good that you're learning ways to work through those anxieties with nursing school. I can only imagine, like you mentioned, it's probably is overwhelming being a nursing student.
Mm-hmm.
Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Worrying too much about different things? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
More than half the days. I have 3 tests coming up back to back. The only way I can feel better about it is prepare the best that I can. And I've been getting some okay grades, which is kind of taking some of my anxiety down. So if I just stay organized and stay prepared, I'll be all right.
Right. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Being so restless that it's hard to sit still? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
Several days. Like, it is very difficult to be still when I'm studying. I've noticed that I'm always constantly shaking my leg or tapping, or even while I'm studying. So,
Okay.
nervous tics that I've picked up apparently. Maybe I need to sleep.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Becoming easily annoyed or irritable? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
I'd say not at all. I know that kind of contradicts what I just said, but I have been finding ways to cope. So I have my days and times that I relax, as long as I'm able to. When I have my relaxing time, I'm able to be less restless, and I don't have any problems on those relaxing days to be still.
Okay. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Feeling afraid as if something awful might happen? Not at all, several days, more than half the days, or nearly every day?
I'm not so worried about something awful happening, because I do believe that it's all going to work out, and my grades are not as bad as I thought they would be by the end of the semester, so I have that weight lifted off of me. And that's really the only worry that I've had so far since nursing school started.
Right. Okay, well, let me go ahead and tally up your scores here, and just give me a second and I'll tell you where you rate as far as your level of anxiety. Okay, and I have you down at an anxiety level of 10, moderate anxiety. So what I'll do is give this information to your healthcare provider, and he'll be in shortly to discuss whatever else that needs to be discussed with you in regards to your level of anxiety and how to treat it, if it needs to be treated, or, we'll take it from there. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
Mm-mm. No, I'm
Okay, well, hold tight and we will be right back.